I knew gods and goddesses, kings and queens. God knew was God and you, Nazi greeting family, allies, and enemies. Hold on, let me move that. Bam, bam. What's happening, right? So look, man. See if I clean that camera off. Let me get y'all over here. Look, I don't have no times that I be doing this. Like I'm gonna do this at 9 o'clock, and I'm gonna do it every day. Um, Actually, what came about with this video, I was researching another one with the CHP officer that was beating his sister in California, and then as I start researching this, I end up coming across something else. All right. All right. So in this, there was one particular, and I had it pulled up, and I ended up losing it. Hold on. Let me cut this light on. All right. So I end up losing exactly where it was at, but well, I'm just gonna leave it like this. I'm just gonna say it instead of me trying to go through it and just trying to find the article and read through all these articles. I'm gonna go straight to the videos. Seeing is believing. Oh, what was that last one? Let me see. Cause I believe I needed that one. I needed that. I didn't mean it. I'm gonna have to go to my history. Right here. All right, right there. Let's see what that was. Oh, I needed that one. This one I needed, and I pulled it right to the part where I needed. We're gonna go all the way through that one. Okay. So hold on. Okay. Yeah. So these are different ones. I need this over here. I need that over there. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna say that for last. That's that one right there, cold. So police and their harassment and what police officers are doing. So I want to play some of this, right? Now, this one particular officer was saying that he's sick of police haters and police do good things. Play this.
If you shop on Amazon, you should use Wikibuy.
I had all this out of there, all these commercials.
Other citizens came to help. He could barely talk from the wound. Chief, good morning to you. Good morning. Good morning.
Now here we go.
One of those things where obviously
watch this
here in New York City because of the great big fireworks display last night.
Let's fast forward.
Puts one.
I want him to talk.
Reason why would anyone, an American, walk up to a police officer and point a gun in at her head and shoot her?
They want to know, why would an American shoot a police officer? These are nice guys. These guys, why? We don't understand this, right? And I like when they get these panels like this and look at her sympathy, look at her sorrow, look at the remorse. Look how she really trying to grasp this understanding, right? Check this guy.
There's so much anti-police sentiment circulating in the country today that had.
Now, you got to understand when you start listening to things like this. When you really listen, they gauge it, and especially Fox News. Now, whether you know it or not, this is military. This is the fourth branch of the military. All of them work for the military. All right. So when you're looking at the news, it ain't like you're looking at just some organization. You're looking at the military. So when he starts talking about the anti-police sentiment, what he's saying is that the propaganda that they're winning, that's the opposite of police officers, the blue, are winning the propaganda war. And everybody understand the propaganda war. That's why Martin Luther King get killed, Malcolm X get killed. These men wasn't out there with no guns. They wasn't trying to kill nobody. They didn't say go kill nobody. It's just that their mouth is a weapon and they're winning the propaganda war. They could persuade white people over to them. And we can't have that. If you notice with the Black Panthers, when they start dealing with white people, they was like, oh, we got to really kill these motherfuckers. They start killing them off. But
it's been for the last few years.
Last few years.
And it's just incredible. It's incredible. And there are people out there who not only condone it, but celebrate it. And that is,
Now,
I don't understand that.
now he don't understand why people are celebrating it. Okay. Okay. They don't understand people condoning it and celebrating. You know what I mean? What's the deal, Main Street? You feel me? Hey, look, so people, they talking about people celebrating it, right? And that's nothing. And that's the main part that I want to show on this. Celebrating. You can go watch that when they start talking about people running up. Now, this right here was in Syracuse, right? Then this was on what's the name, on IG. This was floating real big, and if you listen to the beginning of it, it didn't say that you was under arrest. They said it's like an arrest. Look.
Why he doing all that? Why he doing all that? Why he doing all that? He not resisting or nothing.
Now he said record it,
Why
bro.
he doing all that?
Look.
Why he doing?
Look, watch this. I gotta bring it back. When this started happening to him, this young man was scared. He was saying this like this is gonna be his last time. Just listen to the fear in his voice.
Doing all that? Why he doing all that? He not resisting or nothing.
Now watch this. He came out the seatbelt.
Why he doing all that?
Watch what
Why
happens.
you pushing my man? What's the deal with this guy? Yup, I'm on you. I ain't.
What's the deal with this guy? He fresh up on the scene, jump out. What's the deal with this guy? Now they was on the driver. Why are they doing what they doing to the passenger? Watch this.
Bugging for nothing. Look, don't you move. I ain't resisting.
Camera came off. Whatever. They don't want the camera. What's the deal with the guy with the camera? Let's go to another one. Here we go.
First Officer Steve Shaulis.
Watch this.
Suddenly, Shaulis confronts Williams.
The guy sitting down.
And eventually dragging him to the hallway. Principal Kevin Murray helps Officer Shaulis hold Williams down.
Holding him down.
Handcuff and taser. At a press conference, Williams' attorney Todd Hollis said this is one of 3
Hold on. 1 of 3 what?
known incidents at Woodland Hills School District.
All right. So off top, you see him go straight in, getting aggressive. What can that child possibly say to make him want to start body slamming and tasering the child? Right? Here go another one. Check this out. Now, this is when I knew that it was about to get bad. Watch the body language of this dude, and he's trying to understand something. He's talking to these guys, calm. He's complying. He's on the car. Watch the mannerism. Watch what he do. Watch this. He gonna lift his hand, the right hand, and he's talking to him. Look, comply. Like there's no lifting your hand. There's no that. Like look, there's no freedom, right? So let's fast forward a little bit. Let's get through this. Right here. They're talking. They're having a conversation. And he about to start talking. He says something. As soon as he boom. Now watch what they do. Bam. Look at that. And the screams, you can hear them as muffled on this video. Everybody else heard the video and they just went into getting super aggressive. Now, you want to wonder why people have anti-police sentiment. This guy was complying. I see no reason for them to get aggressive. They can't say they fear for their life. They can't say that he did anything. I mean, he was complying. I seen compliance. All right, let's keep going. Let's go to the next one. All right, watch this guy. Now, this guy, this is a white guy. This is a problem. When you start treating white people like black people, cops, look, let's keep a little more peace in America right now. Don't treat them like you treat us. Feel me? All right, here we go. Because the shit gets out of hand, and I'm going to show y'all that. But watch this.
Sprayed and charged with resisting
Boom.
arrest back in May after giving
This fool went straight to the pepper spray.
middle finger.
Watch this.
Rapika was
He came up.
sprayed and charged with
Boom.
resisting arrest back in May after giving officers.
The guy, look at the guy, calm, but he took that pepper spray like a G because he so damn sure didn't move.
Rapika filed the lawsuit.
So the guy walked up, I guess because he gave a cop a middle finger, cop ended up pepper spraying him. Let's go to another video. Now, this video take the cake. Let me make this one big right here. Y'all got to see this. Watch this. This is dash cam. Watch this particular area of the car. Watch this. They walking the brother over. Bam! Let's start over.
On the whole policy. So let's see.
Boom. So what he did, I'm all right, look, right here. What he yelled was Ma. He yelled mama. He yelling for his mom, like mama, like come out here, like feel me to have a witness. Boom. That's a windshield, homie. Hold up, let's stop. That's a windshield, homie. What's the deal? Oh, cop watch in the house. What's the deal, cop watch? That's a windshield. You feel me? When your head crack a windshield, you know it's hard. Here go another video. Watch this. This gonna keep going. Now y'all know why this one went big. Y'all gotta listen to this one. This is a white woman in the car. Sick. You feel me? Now, white people see what's happening with the cops. She like, look, I don't want to reach because I don't want to get shot. She don't want to reach. See, people don't understand how this psychologically affects everybody. Black, white, no matter if you only see black people get shot, it psychologically affects everybody.
I just don't want to put my hands down. I'm making No, not just you. But you're not black.
She said, I just seen way too many videos. The cop said, but you're not black. That went big. So, but that also says something about the policing in America. But let's go to this other video. And you can pull this up by looking at cop abuse.
The guy tells her he doesn't have a license.
Oh, now this was supposed to be on the other slides I was gonna go through, but I'm just gonna stop this when I'm gonna play this last because this is what things are coming to. This right here. Let me pull this back. Okay, no, that was supposed to be the other video too. All right, I'm gonna play this one. Sandra Bland. This was the video they didn't want to let out.
You just opened my car door, so you're gonna get threatened and drag me out of my own car. Get out of the car. And then you gonna start me? Get out. Wow.
I will light you up. Look how aggressive he is.
For failure to signal. You doing all of this for
Get
failure
over there.
Right, yeah. Yeah, let's take this to court. Let's do it. For failure to signal.
Oh no, this is our cell phone.
On my stool. I'm not on the phone. I have a right to court. This is my property. This is my
Anyway, everybody knows Sandra Bland ended up dead. Okay? All right, let's keep going. Now, this couple right here, homie, check this out. Real talk, they should have drove off and called 911. This couple with the full shits, homie. This is what things are coming to.
Amanda Miller, who dress up like this and pose with tourists in Las Vegas, are both now dead.
If y'all don't know who this couple is, they went big up in Walmart.
Evidently a suicide pact after shooting and killing 3 people, including 2 police officers, in yet another mass shooting in America.
Central 235. The officer's weapons are missing from them. 4 officers are injured.
These 2 here on a trip across America were about to start killing people. In April, they joined anti-government protests at a ranch in Nevada, but were kicked off for being too radical. Jared Miller was even interviewed at the time.
I feel sorry for any federal agents that want to come in here and try to push us around or anything like that. I really don't want violence toward them, but if they're going to come and bring violence to us, well, if that's the language they want to speak, we'll learn it.
They're already wiretapped.
Hey, man, when I tell y'all these white boys with the full shits on me, hey, mainstream media is on some bullshit. Mainstream media is actually the 4th branch of the military. So, but they end up getting killed in a Walmart. They went big. They got the videotape out there real big. Here go another guy.
Which I'm sure you don't.
What Officer Breonna
Hey, off top, she said, I'm trying to make sure you don't have no warrant, which I'm sure you don't. Hey, look, off top, like, I'm sure you don't have any warrants, but I'm going to keep it 100. We got warrants. Black folks, we got warrants. All y'all got warrants. So they pull us over like we got warrants. And I'm telling you personal. I've been pulled over like this. Talk about a taillight out.
James Duncan.
But anyway, he pulls out a gun on her. And she grabbed the gun.
She begged for her life. They struggled for 20 seconds.
Until another officer came up, bust on him through the window. Right? So originally, when I was gonna put up a photo for the front of this, hey, you wild with it, Kyle Watch. Look, I was gonna put a photo of an officer lying dead. Right? You can't really find dead officers on photo in the United States officers, but you can find us all day. Now, I had put this in. I put war on cops. Right? Here we go. Now, check these videos out.
Lauren Posen. Prosecutors have filed charges against 50-year-old Noel Kubler of Arnold. He is currently in the Jefferson County Jail. Kubler is charged with assault on a law enforcement officer, resisting arrest, and armed criminal action.
Armed criminal action. He went hard. Check this. Now they got them. Now this one right here, he jumps out busting. This is when you start trying to treat white folks like they black. Watch him jump out busting on him. Boom. First shot. Warning shot. Now he aiming.
White SUV heading straight into the hail of bullets. The driver hightails it out of there.
Man, look. This is gonna start happening more and more and more. He jumped out the car. Homie.
Another motorist captures the cop returning fire. Then the suspect jumps
in his car. He get on.
What happens next? He is a shock. The gunman screeches to
He ended up letting the woman out the car.
his girlfriend.
All right, so look, let's go to another one. Shooting back at the police. Here go a cop.
Urban police officer Justin Martin is shot,
Ambush.
killed, sitting in his police car.
Just sitting in his police car. Policing is starting to be dangerous. This is a cop, like this is everywhere. Cops are getting shot sitting in a police car. It's gonna get to a point where they're not gonna be able to sit unless they sit in convoys, and they're gonna have to be able to sit opposite. And this is where the United States is getting, right? This is not knowing where the United States is moving to this. Mexico is already there. And we get on Mexico later, because Mexico pretty much go spill over in the United States. What they got going over there, Plan Colombia, right? They came with initial Plan Mexico. Then you go look up Operation Wide Receiver, Operation Fast and the Furious. The United States was dumping guns into Mexico. All that already started making its way. They start busting and shooting. Cops don't look at them. They scared. Look, he see the shots in the back. None of them got hit that I know of. Let's go to another one. Now, I believe this is in Mexico. Yeah, this is an ambush in Mexico. I want to show this because this style ambush is going to make it to the United States. Just the weaponry that we have in the United States on these streets, right, is going to happen. And if they want to get rid of the guns, let's start with the trickle-down theory. Did we do the trickle-down theory in economics? This is supposed to work great, right? So let's do the trickle-down theory. If you get rid of the big guns, the little guns will follow. So I think we should try the trickle-down theory. It says that's when they go bring those army-like police tanks out. Hey, no, the army-like police tanks is already out. You talking about them MRAP vehicles? They already in effect. Now this is in Mexico. I want you to see these cars. Hold on. Right here. Look at these cars. They put bullets through these motherfucking cars. You already know what they doing down there. They got the what's the name out there? Real heavy. The cartel. But the cartel is backed up by the United States. Everybody know, look, they're shooting police officers. That's called terrorism, right? United States ain't sending no Marines to where the Marine. Where is fighting the war on terrorism in Mexico? Where that's at? You don't hear about it. That's right next door. United States ain't fighting it because they really control it. They make sure that they control Mexico through their proxies. Check this out. This is two different scenes. This is in Iowa.
Northwest of the city. The other was in Des Moines. Officials held a news briefing just a short time ago. Vladimir Duthier of our streaming network.
Basically, it was two officers.
Good morning.
Let me see. Where is that?
Say both officers were found shot in their cars, and they believe this was an ambush-style attack. Police say the first officer from Urbandale was shot and killed around 1 o'clock local time this morning while responding to a call. Officers found him dead in his car. That brought in law enforcement from across the area. About 20 minutes later, a Des Moines police officer was found shot in his car just a mile from the first shooting. He was
a mile from the first shooting, 20 minutes. Now, we got to look at this, right? Now, look at this grid. In this grid, officers, major enemies in that grid. Major enemies. and it's getting more dangerous. But that's what I was talking about with the police officers. Hey, it is brewing. Hey, I don't even know about here, but it's coming. And now that if we go through an economic collapse, one person said, "Do you know what's stopping mass rapes in the United States?" I said, "No." He said, "The lights." He said, "If the lights go out," he said, "Man, all these women walk around with miniskirts." And I was like, I had to sit back and think about it. But I know one thing: the electricity is stopping pestilence. And if we ever have a major power outage, that's why they don't want Iran with it. Iran with the nuclear weapon, not necessarily blowing up, but just shocking the power grid. And the police officers already, they're going to have to disband and they're going to take off their police uniforms. In a situation like that, they're not going to keep their police uniforms on. They will become gangs, police gangs, but not with police uniforms. Check this guy out. Now, I guess they was called to some shots fired on this one. He was walking
towards him.
And he went straight to the gun.
Rushes to the driver's side of the patrol car with a gun raised, shooting the 11-year-old
This is a black dude
and family man 4 times in the lower part of his body and once in the chest.
Sergeant Brad was wearing body armor.
off top. They going straight into it. So, I mean, and really the police officers are making, they brewing this situation. Then they brewing this situation because they basically putting people back to a wall to where it's like it's no compromising with them, right? Here go another one. Now this, I don't know if this brother ex-military. This black dude.
Video shows a shootout between 2 Pennsylvania
look,
troopers.
now this is why they fear for their life, because they like physically. They look, he's scared. He got in his car. Boom.
This is the moment last November when 22-year-old
Hey, I'm gonna keep it 100. The way he did that it was like, boy, he stood his ground and he was forward into the fight. Now this guy, I gotta go research this guy. I don't really know about this guy, but this is an Iraq veteran. That is another thing that's in the stew that's making this shit boil. This is a variable that we not looking at. These Iraq veterans coming back. Not to mention, because what was it? Was it Vietnam that a lot of veterans was coming back opioid addicted? Now you got to think about Iran. I mean, in Afghanistan, opium. You got to think about. I mean, what they could just chew the leaf. Feel me? They out there in the desert, bored as hell. I done seen them throwing dogs off of cliffs, running, doing backflips, falling just to have fun, to try to pass the time. Now, this guy right here, an Iraq veteran, feel some type of way. And then not only that, think about these Iraq veterans coming back and trying to get help from the VA. I'm hearing the VA, it ain't no joke. Like it's gutter, homie. It's like, it's bad the way they doing the troops. And by them doing the troops like this make it worse. And another thing that's going to make it bad, when these troops come back with this us against them mentality and join the police force, and then the police force already got this us against them mentality, and then they come with no breaks and they start doing what they doing. That's bad. That's bad. But I'm going to play some of this.
He's a pimp in the field. And I'm Matt Real, running for Libertarian candidate of anyone. I fluff every once in a while, but we all do. And you know who's gonna fluff big time next election? He's a clown.
I don't know what he's talking about, but whatever he's talking about, he went in. He killed a couple of officers, from my understanding. I have to go back into this story and really look at this story, because I had pulled this up on a different story, but I decided to play this one because it had live audio. That's an Iraq veteran. So when we got these Iraq veterans, think about those private militaries. It says they killed over 5,000. Hey, I heard about that. Silent media, and they won't even talk about it, homie. It says cops need a big wake up. Oh, the wake up is coming, homie. And the cold thing in the private militaries, that's what they're going to do against the people. And then the people, and that's another reason why they don't want black folks and white folks, and they want us to fight and the Mexicans to fight. And look, gangbanging taught me something, homie. Gangbanging taught me actually go talk to people. All my neighbors white, homie. Real talk. The ones I get along with the most, the ones that fly the Confederate flags. We chill, homie. On the real, look, they was in their backyard. They children came up and asked me, "Hey, is it cool if we smoke marijuana?" They in their backyard. Yeah, man, you straight, homie. I ain't gonna be calling the police. You feel me? They thought I'd probably call the police. Man, I ain't calling the police. They back there blowing. They doing their shit. You feel me? Confederate flags flying. Cool, man. If you need help, I got you. Don't even trip. I go over there, help them out, fix their cars, all that. We straight. My other neighbor, don't talk much. Neighbor across the street, the one that tried to be cordial, and the one that was calling the boys, called because I had lumber on the side of my yard. But homie, the private militants, that's going to really solidify the people. If you look at the Black Panthers, when they start to connect with white organizations, they didn't want that. But the white folks got beans, bullets, and band-aids in the Confederacy. Homie, I'm down south. I didn't know this Yankee Confederate thing was still going on. That shit is major, homie. When they took down that Confederate flag in Mississippi, I really think that was a ploy to call out the Confederacy and see how their strengths and their numbers. And they fell into the ploy, and they started taking down the numbers and where they at, homie. But them Confederate flags came out, and I also watched like the Council of Conservative Citizens, and they was like, man, we need to get off of the Yankee dollar. They feel like they need to detach from the dollar. Everything that Pan-Africans are talking about, we can't rely on the dollar, we can't rely on the system. The Confederates are talking about, it's like the same, except it's just the two different races. They got the same arguments, jobs, they want to just be able to take care of their families. And this guy right here, I believe this is the guy that called because of the police. Hold on, is this the same one? I think it's the same one. Yeah, this the same one. All right. So this guy right here. Let me go to this part. This guy right here. When I tell you, I don't know what they do to piss this man off, but he with the full shit. He wasn't ready for that pain of that bullet though, that hot mosquito hit him. Look. They pulled out a gun and shot at him. He said, just so you know, you under arrest. He said, no, I'm not. Boom. So right there, he pulled a gun and shot at the police. He went back and got blammers, homie. He got his shit. He gave up. If he was black, they would have laid him the fuck down. It says you grew up not too far from me, and if you live in the 80s and 90s, you definitely seen the bigger picture. Yeah, real talk. On the real. In occasion, Nutty spoke. Man, listen, homie. I'm on the real. I got folks in occasion. You know what I'm talking about? Hey, look, and really, that's the position. I mean, hey, look, in 05, 06, 07, I was wearing blue and red rags, blue and red chucks. My biggest opponents wasn't the Crips and Power Rules, wasn't the homies. It was the police. These motherfuckers, and I bullshit you not. I used to get phone calls on my cell phone, homie, with my cell phone number popping up in my caller ID. And with some voice synthesizer, like, we going to get you. Like, what the hell? Like, man, at first I thought it was some fools playing on my phone. Man, I'm outside. Come outside. I was already living in my so-called enemy neighborhood, the Palmers. You know what I mean? So I'm like, whatever. I'm outside right now. But I say that to say this. The war against the police violence, this thing is going to start. It ain't doing nothing but boosting. Look at what's happening with the guys on the dirt bikes, right? They riding the dirt bikes now. It's a pretty much, you know what? The dirt bikes shows power in numbers. If we all just get together and we can ride our dirt bikes on the street, it shows the power of numbers. They're going to start coming with more things to be able to start to corral them. Also, look at what they're doing when they talk about Trump, talking about build his wall, build his wall. Go look at all the walls they're building on the freeway. I talked about that in one of my last lives. They're building these walls on the freeway to corral people, homie. They understand what they're coming up against. They know this. But even with the water, everybody got to start to be able to bug in. Like the bug out, we got to bug in. We got to be able to get to the point to where when this shit kick off with the government, because it's going to kick off, you got to be able to stay in your home. So I'll make sure our family can be able to stay in their home and really post it up. Look at the Bundy Ranch. The Bundy Ranch, man, let me pull that up. If a lot of people don't know about that, watch this. The Bundy Ranch standoff. This is major. Now, and when I really start to find out about, like, and start to really look into like right wing and all that left wing shit, Ruby Ridge and Waco, Texas. And if you want to call yourself a revolutionary, you got to understand Ruby Ridge, Waco, Texas, and how these two changed the mindset. Katrina, like the brother part of Katrina changed the mindset of white America. When they seen the way the United States dealt with that disaster, white America switched their program. They like, we can't, they dropped the ball biggest day. You know what I mean? But it also showed, like, if you look up Katrina race wars, it also shows the division that chaos will bring in an economic collapse and things of that nature it'll bring in a division it'll bring. So when we look at this,
Tensions reached the boiling point earlier this week. After simmering
hey,
for years.
look, homie. So right now, what y'all seeing is just the protesters, but they got cats with blammers.
U.S. range.
I'm talking about they took over a federal building, and look at them. They pushing the police back. The police knew we can't beat these people. It was not no beating them because they was ready to shoot back. I done seen guys with guns go. They got doing this. FBI, the feds came out there. They were shaking hands, talking, having a conversation. They want to peacefully solve this because they knew. And not only that, men came from different states to go to that Bundy Ranch. They came from different states to go there, and they faced off with federal agents. Homie, man, you can't tell me the Confederacy ain't no joke, homie. I respect their game. I respect their hustle. My thing with Crips and Bloods think that they own some gangster shit. You look at that. You said the biggest gang in America. Oh, hell yeah, the Boys in Blue. Yeah, the Blue Identity Extremists. The Blue Identity Extremists ain't no joke. And all right, look, check this. Black Lives Matter because of police shootings. No, all lives matter. Okay, cool. I can understand that. But then Blue Lives Matter. Why all lives matter didn't counteract the Blue Lives Matter. That's just too much division. What's going on within the United States? What's going to, in the economic collapse, the United States is going to end up falling, and it's going to end up breaking up into different districts. It kind of showed that in like a TV show called Jericho. If y'all look at that TV show called Jericho, and you start looking up the rebuilding, we basically got to be able to live out of our backyards. If you have a backyard, start trying to live out of your backyard. Make your backyard profitable for you to be able to live out of your backyard. Because if this thing do pop off, and I say it all the time, water is not getting pumped to your house. Where are you going to find water? Right? 3 days without water. So not only that, so let's say you got abundance of water, right? Okay, cool. Water's still not getting pumped to your house. Toilets. Off top, you got to be able to tell your family, if there's no water coming to the house, do not use the toilet. A lot of people don't have shovels, so they're not gonna be able to bury their feces. So they're gonna be moving on the top of the ground. And then not only that, if they don't bury it, if they don't have a hole, when they pee, it's going to end up touching their shoe. They're going to track it back in the house. Then it's going to be different spots. Everybody go trying to find different spots in their backyard. Then their backyard is going to be uninhabitable to be able to grow food. The backyard is going to be able to, you could be able to go to be able to protect what you grow. So then they're going to be able to use the backyard as a bathroom, and the front yard will be where they grow food. But then people going to be walking through their front yard, scavenging out of their garden. So we're going to have a hell of a time. Meat. Dogs, cats, kitten, all that's gone. The United States is heavy when it comes to eating meat. Heavy. Where's all the deer and all that? Man, it's gonna be open season. They go decimate the deer population. Coyotes, all that go get ate. So we gotta look at us as a people. Get to know your neighbors. And even this, what happens if the United States decide to say bird flu pop out again? What's going to stop them? Would you go and investigate your neighbors if they come and put a tent over your neighbor house and said they had the flu, and all of a sudden they took your neighbors, and it was guys in medical suits came and took your neighbors? What if they was actually military, private military, like the one of the viewers pulled up, private military, and they come in medical suits, say it's a medical issue, then they go through and talk about we got to test everybody. Dissenters could be taken just on medical reasons. Are we actually going to keep track of our neighbors? That's why we should get to know our neighbors, and we got to get to start talking to each other again. We got to just open up lines of communication. Okay, y'all got different religions, y'all got different races. Fuck that, that's cool, all right. But still get to know them. You feel me? My neighbors, if they don't like black people, that's fine. But I ain't gonna let nobody come break in their house. I can't allow that. I still gotta play the zone defense to, hey, look, don't come over here breaking the houses, because mine will be next pretty soon, and then the next neighbors, and then we have just eroding of this neighborhood. I can't allow that. You feel me? So we still have to think for the long haul. Just like gang banging in Compton, everybody talking about cub blood, cub this and that. You want to hate the next Crip gang? Yeah, you want to start. You talking about you love the hood, but you killing other gang members in your city. Now look, ain't no more of y'all. The people that thought like y'all. Let me say the biggest gang in America, Boys in Blue. Boom. Real talk. You know what I mean? Us as man, we got Main Street in the house. But yeah, homie, I just wanted to put that out there just to show how, and this is another thing that I want to say before I go. The children that's 6, 7, 5, those children ain't no talking. Let me show you what I grew up when I start seeing police brutality. This is when I start seeing police brutality. Right here. So I seen it in my city, but this is when I really start seeing it. I'm like, man, look at the fire hoses. Why are they doing that? And the police hitting people over the head with sticks. Back then, and they talking about the they had it bad. Oh man, they didn't have it as bad as we had it. Police was hitting them over the head with sticks. Cool. This is what was going on then. We seen this in black and white. The children of the day is seeing heads getting bust open. The children of the day is seeing cops outright killing people. They seeing people doing this and getting shot. So when the children grow up, they back to a wall. Ain't gonna be no talking with them. It's straight war. So we gotta understand, we gonna either catch her this now and stop it now, or it's gonna blow up on all of us, because these babies today is not about to be asking no questions. And not only that, Mexico. If the United States was to go to war with Mexico, let me explain what's happening on the border. They killing these Mexicans that's coming over here illegally. The Minuteman was killing these people and leaving them. When you go look at all the unmarked bodies, they not telling you they doing forensics on these bodies. They not telling you how many bodies are found with bullet wounds on the border. They not saying that. But these people are they murdered. And then they got a white dude went undercover, and they was like, man, I hope I get to get me one tonight. These men are out there hunting. So you think people are being killed on the border, and if that ever get back to Mexico, what happens when they like, you're killing our people? What happens when the Mexicans actually start seeing that and start to unite? What happens when it actually start to be a war with Mexico? Because that can happen. That'll be a ground war, and that'll be a very, very bloody war. Everybody talking about, we got bitter military, we'll stomp them, we'll crush them. Mexicans are intertwined through the United States of America, and then there won't be no like they did the Japanese. You could just put them in concentration camps. You ain't gonna be able to do that. Mexicans are all throughout the military. You ain't gonna be able to just isolate them like that. Now with us, the Africans in America are American Africans. They can just isolate us. We isolated from the world. There is nowhere we could go. There's nobody we could go to. Only thing we got to do is here. When it comes to the Koreans, if it was like a race war, let's say with the race war with the black and the whites, and start fighting, police will go get it. in with the race war. And then not only that, when whites go in, they going in on all races. The Koreans go get it too. If they would have kept that shit up with Korea, the South Koreans would have started getting towed up and out here. And when the South Koreans start getting towed up, that would have got back to South Korea. Then that would have solidified the Koreans. So we got to start looking at this thing. It's not just the United States. The United States is an amalgamated nation with all different nations in which are reverberate back to other nations. Other nations are looking at the police killing American Africans. They watching them, so they like, look, you what you do all matters. You feel me? So we got a lot of work ahead of us to do. The people that's in office, a lot of them need to stand down and get the fuck on. And we need to make the United States government look like the United States people. We need to reflect it. Like if we go do business with Africa, then American Africans should be the ones that facilitate that business. We go do business with Mexico, then the Mexican Americans should facilitate that business. And whatever race country we do business with, that's who should do it. If it's Irish, the people that are in Irish, the United States should do that. It shouldn't be one monolithic group of people that dictate how business will go with all nations. That shouldn't happen if we want to make this thing a true democracy. And that'll also bring equilibrium throughout all races within the United States, and they'll be able to start to pull things up. But other than that, it's not. That 1% making things bad. But I'm going to go ahead and end this live. Yeah, man, we got to really start looking at the blue identity extremists. They need to be checked before it get out of hand. The police fraternities, the fraternity order of police, start to sue them, drain them of money and resources. When you sue the city, the taxpayers pay. Sue the fraternal order of police, wherever they get their money from. The suits have to be sent there. When we got to start getting this thing right before it starts to be too much violence. You feel me? Because this thing gonna kick off way stupid. But y'all stay safe. Power to the people. I just want everybody to have what y'all get, man. And let's see if we can stop this thing before it get too stupid.